When you light a candle, ask your grandmother why she gave birth to daughters in fear. That's a translation of the first line of the song. And the song Andromeda is about war, generational trauma, and the impact of all of that on our lives. This is going to be a heavy one. I did hear the song briefly in a roundup over for my Patreon community where I was checking out a few Eurovision songs, but I didn't understand the cultural context and the symbolism. So we're going to get into this. I have a bit of research here for it now. One quick thing to tell you about before we do, I have to cordially invite you to something. Come check this out. We are going to do, I've been doing some live streaming, and it's my intention to live stream the grand finale over on Twitch. The link is down in the description to my Twitch community. This is it right there. And this is my content schedule. I've started putting it out, so I'll put a link to that down as well in the description, okay? So come join me. I will watch the finale. We can sit there and enjoy it and break down the music together and laugh and have a good time. It'll be the first time I've ever seen anything like that, so you are cordially invited. All right, here we go. Let's give this song a listen. This is Croatia and the group LELEK, which I believe translates to the meaning of the name of the group is lament or wail. Like wailing, you know. Here we go. Forgot that synth start. Wow, his tone. It's in a very slow 4. You hear that flip? Wow. Wow. Andromeda. I love that melody. All right, pause. Let's talk about this so much so far. Okay, so first thing that I want to talk about, the symbolism. Like that was something I missed in my first listen through is, you know, the tattoos and the imagery. This is a big deal. This is a big part of the whole thing. And it's called it, and pardon any of my pronunciation mess-ups, feel free to correct me, Sikanje, is that right? And it's a type of tattoo custom. And this is dating back 4,000 years. And, you know, it's kind of like a mixture of charcoal and gunpowder and honey and milk. It was like, this is like an old way of tattooing, and it's a cultural... you know, sort of a cultural message here. And all 5 members wore inspired tattoos across their body and faces as part of the visual identity. Wow. Fascinating. So that's what that symbolism is that you're seeing right there. These vocals so far are so cool. It really does feel like a chant, like a folk chant. And what happens is, so it's like we have a single member dun, da, 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 doing the chant, and then the ensemble comes in addition to that. Let's just listen to some of that again. And they're it's very minimal. Notice it starts off, we have that minimal synth. What was that sound? It's really a cool starting sound. It's like it's kind of a slowing down sound. There's really cool synth programs that you can do that. You just kind of program like a dial. I won't show you, but you can like change the speed of the repetitions of sounds in really cool ways on synthesizers. And that sounds like that's what it was. Just kind of a pad synthesizer with lots of you know, lows and highs in it. Notice that she does this little kind of quick accent on certain words. You see, there's like a little snap on that start to the phrase on beat 1. There's like that little bite. But her vocal tone right here, it's very light. She's not really singing big yet. She's in a very delicate vocal posture. She's in more of, this is how I break down the voice as a vocal coach. I find if we talk about singing from these 7 elements, we really get a great take on how someone's using their voice. And she's in, dun, da, da, da. She's in a very light sound right now. She's not very brassy, bop, bop. She's not metal. She's not like a trumpet. She's more like wind. And then she's got a little vibrato at the ends of phrases. You can still hear some bright bite in the voice. She's definitely in a mix. And that's why I have green, yellow, red between wind and metal. You can be somewhere, you can have a little bit of metal and a little bit of wind in your voice. That's called mixing. You can do all that. And so she kind of changes her tone halfway through. Right there. You hear that? She got brassier. She changed more to metal halfway through. Got more bite on her tone. Oh, yeah. And then they double up with big harmony with really power. I like it. It's kind of like a call and response. Dun, da, 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 ba, da, 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 and then the ensemble comes in. Call and response. That's the musical term for that. And now we have the bass underneath, and we have the little pizzicato strings. Notice the commitment energetically with their faces. Notice the faces on these, the carvings on these poles here. Wow. Their voices are amazing. Yeah, I love that flip. We're in E flat minor is the key. B flat. Wow. It's so epic and grand and dramatic, powerful. Wow. Oh, the depth of it. And now it pulls back. So we had all of that growth into the chorus, and now we're into verse 2, and we've pulled back again into that chant. Here. Wow. I love that synth. Now they're stacking harmonies. They're going up in thirds. Wow. Wow. These drums. Wow. Wow, so strong. Whoa! Yeah! That change! Wow! What an amazing fusion of like, really of like folk cultural feeling music, like historical folk music combined with contemporary sounds. Oh, it's so good. And it really pushing out. Sometimes what will happen, I've noticed in Eurovision, is that there will be, it really just mostly sounds like a pop song, but then we have like just a melody or two that reference like a cultural, like a like a folk type of melody or a modal scale or something like that. This song does a lot on the side of having that sort of like a folk song feeling. It mostly feels like a folk song with a little bit of a fusion of the contemporary commercial music in there. You know, it's like, is this more of a pop song or a folk song? It feels more folky than a pop song. But by the end, it's like that, and that transformation by the end, it's just so good how it gets into the drums and it gets into these rhythmic subdivisions over here. But this part, was it over here where the drums come in? I love that. So good. Wow. So check out some more of these lyrics here. I mentioned, when you light a candle, ask your grandmother why she gave birth to daughters in fear. Why did so many choose the grave? Our mothers did not give birth to slaves. So many tears have flowed like rivers. Why is history written all over again? Our sons are not subjects nor servants. Do their cradle cries still haunt you at night? Take me as yours, queen of the land. Your soul is mine. To them I am just flesh. Lead me to the stars, to shattered nests afar, where soldiers are sent away, with screams that echo and stay. Lead me to the stars, far from watching eyes, Andromeda. All the scars carved to the bone, no mother will forgive what you've done. On the table of shame lies gold torn from necklaces. Listen to that again. On the table of shame lies gold torn from necklaces. While you wash your hands in the blood of our wounds, traitors, traitors, traitors. Man, there is definitely, it's kind of this idea of, really, you can see like the leftovers of what happens, the wreckage of war. What a powerful message for our world right now, isn't it? Wow. There is so much interesting about this song that we could break into more, about the historical cultures and the musical motifs and things like that. One thing I do want to say about the group, which is really interesting, is like the meaning of the word. LELEK. LELEK is a Croatian word. As I said, it means to lament or wail specifically, like the kind of vocalized weeping and crying that you would associate with grief and mourning songs in Slavic folk traditions. The verb lelekati means to lament or wail. So the band's name literally means to lament. It's potent. It feels tactical. It's well placed. It's powerful. It's amazing art. It's amazing art. It's powerful. And the commitment, like this vocal ensemble, they're very talented. They really have, even though there is kind of a folk concept to the singing, it really does have a contemporary commercial music style of tone, meaning that it's kind of husky. It's got like, how do we break it down? Let's break it down. As far as the singing goes, it's very... See, these sounds are very much in the world of contemporary commercial music, meaning we've got a little bit of that windy tone, that husky tone. It's not operatic. It's not metal. Raw. They're not super gritty. It's really like sort of pretty much straightforward pop style singing, but with folk melodies and folk chords. And we have this like... We keep going down. It's this. It's E minor walking down, like 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5. It's kind of most of the chord progression. Like that's really, and it sits in this like beautiful melody. It's not quite conventional like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, like normal pop songs. And that's where it has that more of a folk song feel than a pop song feel. It's really a folk song that gets into contemporary instrumentation and arrangement later on. Their vocals are beautiful. It's very textured. They go between wind tone and metal tone beautifully. Vibrato at the end of long-held notes and phrases. On the big power notes, they get more brassy and belty and straight tone. Really great vocalists. Makes me wonder about them as a group. Like, what's their story? And as far as, are they continuing on? Are they making a move to do more music? Or did they really form strategically for this competition? If you know any information about that, let me know. This is quite a potent song. Very exciting. It'll be interesting to see how it stacks up in the competition coming up here in a little bit. Wow, man, I can't wait to check it out. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me know your thoughts. What did I miss? I'm really curious what your thoughts are. Beautiful piece, powerful piece, great singing, really great singing. Thanks for watching. Cheers.